Good foggy Thursday morning to everybody out there. Do be careful driving this morning. Visibilities in many areas less than a half to a quarter of a mile in patchy dense fog across the region this morning. It's Thursday, the 5th of December 2013. I'm forecaster Robert Smith for Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. And this is the daily video forecast discussion. Early morning surface map for the New Jersey, New York, Philly metro area this morning shows quite a lot of fog in the region. We have visibilities under a quarter of a mile in some spots across eastern Pennsylvania, central and southern New Jersey, including the New Jersey, New York City metro area into the Hudson Valley. We also have a little bit of light rain being reported this morning at Newark, also a little bit of light rain at Caldwell this morning. And the winds are all light. They're basically from the east or southeast at this point. Temperatures and dew points pretty uniform. They're basically running from the mid to the upper 40s across the region into the lower 50s of the New York City metro area and out on Long Island. Temperatures also in the upper 40s to around 50 or so, with the dew points also at the same, so the air is quite saturated already. The warm front is to our south, and we've got some dense fog across the region this morning with a couple of advisories as well. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows the warm front just getting into the Delmarva Peninsula right now. Out ahead of it, dense fog across the region from the lower Hudson Valley into Connecticut, all of northern New Jersey, central and southern New Jersey, and out in eastern Pennsylvania as well. And these advisories will be lifted at 10 a.m. this morning, but there will be some fog and drizzle around and also quite a bit of haze in the atmosphere this afternoon. Winds are all light. They're out of the east or southeast, and they're going to veer around to the south and southwest during the afternoon as this warm front makes its way through the entire forecast region, probably passing through the Hudson River Valley area by tonight. The cold front out towards the Great Lakes and down through the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley has some cold air behind it. This will trudge eastbound and make it through the forecast region during the day. On Friday, temperatures beginning to fall behind it and the winds will begin to pick up, but the front will begin to stall and areas of low pressure will move along it. We'll get a break on Saturday for a bit, even a little bit of a break tomorrow with some rain coming in later tonight and tomorrow morning, then a brief dry spell, if you will, during Friday afternoon, and then more precipitation arriving in the colder sector on Friday evening, and that is trouble for travelers during the overnight on Friday night into Saturday morning for particularly northwestern sections of New Jersey and the Poconos, the lower Hudson Valley, and we'll get into that in just a moment. For the aviational weather deck this morning, quite a bit of fog across all of the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro forecast region offices and terminals here. Let's start out at Newark this morning at 48, and the wind is out of the northeast at 5 knots. Visibility of about a mile and a half and some light rain and fog. It's overcast at 600 feet. We're expecting some drizzle and light mist and rain this morning. Basically this afternoon, scattered to broken overcast skies at 1,500 feet to 2,500 feet. And then from this afternoon, basically broken ceilings again. Visibility is better than 5 miles, improving, but there'll be quite a bit of haze in the atmosphere this afternoon. The winds will be light and variable. So MVFR to IFR conditions this morning, improving briefly to VFR, especially south terminals over the Delmarva region this afternoon, but basically MVFR to IFR at any fog and rain showers. Light rain showers being introduced late tonight again. Visibility is down to below 2 miles. We could have some fog in the area as well as some light rain showers for the overnight period into early tomorrow morning as well. And for Philadelphia, the same kind of thing. We've got fog this morning with northeast wind at about 7 knots. The visibility is about, it's about a 13th of a mile actually. It's very dense right now at Philadelphia International Airport. Temperature there 49, dew point 47, humidity there at 93%. And we're expecting the same kind of situation there today. Overcast conditions, IFR conditions this morning with ceilings below below 1,000 feet or so and some dense fog this morning. And then improving conditions with basically overcast skies during the afternoon hours, variable ceilings and visibilities improving slightly with MVFR conditions and winds changing around, and some VFR conditions later this afternoon into this evening, and then IFR once again in any showers and mist and fog that develop in the weak east to southeast flow and eventually southerly flow during tonight and tomorrow morning. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We do have some dense fog advisories until 11 o'clock this morning. They've been extended for parts of interior northeastern Pennsylvania into southeastern Pennsylvania around Philadelphia until 11 o'clock this morning. Central and southern New Jersey as well. Dense fog advisories until 11 a.m. this morning, and they extend all the way down through the northern Delmarva region as well. We do have those small craft advisories now until 6 o'clock on Friday evening, and that's for freshening winds out of the south-southwest and some choppier seas at 4 to 6 feet. And the small craft advisories extend to the New York Harbor area, just outside of the New York Harbor on the ocean side, for the central and southeastern regions of the coastal regions of Long Island, and those extend until 6 o'clock on Friday evening as well. NamWRF composite reflectivity forecast from Penn State's eWall site shows the stratus, drizzle, light rain around the region this morning. Some dense fog advisories also until around 10, 11 o'clock this morning. That will begin to scour out a little bit, but the south to southwest flow as a warm front moves through the region will have some spotty drizzle and occasional light rain showers dotting about the area. Not one area or another is really going to be a pronounced area with weak lift across the region as the warm front moves through. The important thing to note here is that as we get into the southwesterly flow later tonight and tomorrow morning, we're going to find more fog around here developing during the overnight hours tonight into tomorrow morning. And we're also going to find increasing chances of precipitation knocking on our back door beginning late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And some of those rain showers will be moving in ahead and along the cold front, which will be passing through the region during Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Now, the front, it will stall out a little bit, and post-frontal or antifrontal precipitation develops as the flow remains parallel from the surface to the upper levels of the atmosphere. A wave of low pressure moves in to the region with a brief break of clearing. My mind is not that clear either. Neither are my sinuses this morning. And that will occur during Friday morning and Friday afternoon with a little bit of clearing, but then the lifting and rain showers increase across the region during Friday afternoon and Friday evening. I say rain chances now as we get into Friday night into early Saturday morning, late traveling Friday night into early Saturday morning. Temperatures are going to begin to drop into the mid and upper 30s across the Poconos into northwestern New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley region, particularly just west of the interstate here, of the thruway going north. And that means some precipitation could begin to change over to a mix of sleet and a little bit of snow mixed in, or just sleet during the travel times of very late Friday night into early Saturday morning. So if you've got travel plans out there, particularly in northwestern sections or higher elevations, be mindful that the precipitation will begin to come down in the form of rain and possibly even sleet for a period of time as that wave of low pressure moves along the frontal boundary and then north and east away from the region. Coastal regions should remain generally as rain, albeit a cold one at that. And then that disturbance moves through. Saturday we get a little bit of a break. The front pushes a little bit further offshore, and some drying coming in during the morning and afternoon hours with some mid and high level cloudiness, especially central and southern portions. And the NAM keeps everything dry basically, and much colder actually on Saturday afternoon across the region. But we have another disturbance moving in for the period from Sunday night into early Monday, possibly lingering into Monday night, early Tuesday, and we'll get to that in just a moment. GFS forecast in motion. Start things out with the low pressure moving in towards the Great Lakes, a warm front moving through the region, dense fog this morning, some light spotty rain drizzle around the region early this morning, this afternoon, and this evening. I'll have more of a pronounced area of rain as the cold front draws closer to the region and warm air is advected and lifted across the region, isentropic lift. Temperatures still on the mild side here during this evening and overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Things get very interesting around here on, this would be Friday evening into early Saturday morning. A wave of low pressure on the front, still stalled out here along the eastern seaboard with a wave of low pressure over the interior plateau regions of the Virginias and also the Carolinas here. Precipitation probably in the form of rain, may end as some sleet, especially over the hills in northwest Jersey, southeastern New York, and the Pocono region. Travel is, travel advisory should be something in your mind for tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Then dry conditions on Saturday, clearing skies, and then high pressure briefly settles in. Colder northwesterly flow during the afternoon, and then high clouds, and clouds begin to increase again. And the GFS holding on to some cold air damming with precipitation getting in and starting out in the form of snow across the region, central and southern New Jersey, Philadelphia, the Delmarva region early on Sunday morning. And then as we get into the afternoon hours, light snow could be falling across northwestern New Jersey into the Poconos, central and southern New Jersey, maybe even in the city as well, New York City proper. But that will change as the winds are off the ocean and the thermal boundary here with the ocean temperatures very strong. So what we're going to have is a rapid change over to rain, and we could even have a little bit of frozen precipitation still hanging tough here with the little cold air signature damming, cold advection damming situation here across northwestern New Jersey and the hillier sections of the Poconos. Primarily rain from Philadelphia south and east, also central and southern New Jersey into the city, and a mixture of snow and sleet in the interior valleys during Sunday evening, Sunday night, and early Monday morning before all the precipitation changes to basically rain as the temperature profile in the lower levels of the atmosphere begins to warm up on Monday morning, and the low pressure area begins to move towards the Great Lakes with a warm surge across the region. And then the cold front moves through the region again during the day on Monday afternoon. High pressure follows, and we thought we'd have a lingering problem with precipitation around here Tuesday morning, but it now looks like things will begin to dry out during Tuesday afternoon as the last of the disturbances moves off the coast with a clearing sky and a westerly flow in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. Could have some spokes of some light snow flurry activity coming off from off the Great Lakes, but that should be so far removed from our region with drying conditions and downslope flow here across the New Jersey, New York, and Philly metro areas. As far as Sunday's situation for the interior of northwestern New Jersey, the New York City metro area, the Poconos, southeastern New York, the Hudson Valley area, we could see a couple of inches of snow during the period from Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, and a mixture of snow and ice there as well into Monday morning. Could be a couple of inches there, probably much less than that as you head towards the coast, especially from Newark south and east and into the city. And we'll be monitoring this, but be prepared for travel delays or possibly some travel impediments during Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and early Monday morning, especially north and west of Route 287 and 80 and 78. Those where the problem areas will be from Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and Monday morning. We'll be watching all of it in live fashion with Facebook and Twitter and all of our feeds here at GordonStateWeather.com and GordonStateWeather.blogspot.com. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. We'll be back bright and early on Friday morning with the latest weather details. Have a great Thursday.